Can you tell me your names?
Donnie, Bautista.
And Carly Harmon.
And you guys operate what?
The Sand Dunes Recreation just outside of Alamosa, Colorado, in a small town called Cooper.
And can you tell me a little bit about the history, Carly, of the place? And who's this little guy in front of you?
This is our 9-week-old Tayson Jack. But yeah, he's the newest employee of the Sand Dunes School.
Yeah.
But this school has been here in some form or fashion since the 1920s when they were drilling for oil in the water. They found the water instead. So it's been a pool for a long time, since the 20s. It started out with a dirt bottom floor and just a wood fence around. And my parents both swam here as kids in the 50s, which is pretty neat, before they knew each other. And
Really?
then it became a fish farm for a little while, and then it sat empty in the 70s. Summer of '95, my parents bought the property.
Why? What possessed them to buy it?
Basically, my dad was an organic farmer for 25 years and bought the pool kind of as a side project. He wanted to use the hot water for the greenhouse to grow hydroponic tomatoes and cucumbers. So that was the main reason, the tomato business. And then we decided to open this on the side, and obviously the pool became more of the business and the tomato.
It just took off on its own. Okay. And then
Little by little, yep, every year, just more people came, and we added more things.
why do you think people come here?
I think for several reasons. I mean, the health benefits of the hot water is huge. A lot of people come here and do physical therapy. A lot of people use it for everyday, exercise and keeping fit. And then a lot of people actually come and use it for stress relief. And on top of that, families come out and make family memories, and all the swim lessons that we provide. There's just several reasons why people get attracted to the hot water here. And so it's incredible that we have it to offer. We meet the needs of several different people, and like I said, the majority of them come out for the benefit of some kind of physical activity.
Now,
Well, the last 5 years, one of the primary things that we needed to do was build the shower, dressing room, and laundry facility for our campers, because we have so many people that come here to utilize the hot water. We wanted to upgrade, our facility in order to draw people in and give them the comfort, of having that first. That was key. After that, we put in some lodging options, and then we expanded out our RV park. And when we were able to do that, we then decided we needed to kind of expand our facility and the options for hot water, because we started getting a little bit busier than we had the previous 15 years. And so with that, we weren't really doing the produce on full scale anymore. We were actually only utilizing maybe a quarter of that greenhouse. But because it's all one room, everything still has to operate full force in order to even, do a quarter of the produce we were doing. Kind of put our heads together and got a pen and paper and started drawing out all these pools and, walkways and ideas, and decided to transform it into an adult-only, hot springs. And it was amazing to have all the ideas and, the inspiration, just flowing. It was amazing how everything just kind of, segued from being on paper to, I literally presented that to her parents and said, this is kind of what we want to do with the greenhouse. And that morning we're firing up a tractor and starting to cut holes in the ground. Like, it was seriously that fast, and we never looked back and never stopped. It was always, we were working on the big pool. At the same time, we were talking about the design for the next pool we were going to pour. That pool started to get done, and we talked about the next one. Then we started talking about, walkways and decking and, just everything. And then, of course, wanted to implement the steel box bar down there to offer, the opportunity for some of our adult clientele to have an adult beverage, Trying to meet the needs again, as a facility of several people that have different, needs from us. and primarily the attraction is a hot water. But now we're starting to get into where, the people that are coming here for the benefits of the hot water, can also attract people that want to come in here for other benefits, whether it's taking pictures of wildlife, or whether it's, coming out for a camping trip, or whether it's using our RV park to go on their hunting trips, or, bringing their kids out for swim lessons and, teaching them how to be safe around water. It's just amazing how everything is starting to kind of gel and redefine us as a facility, which is pretty cool. So.
Yeah, and we really wanted to focus on making it a destination, and now that we have the facility to do so, to have longer stays for families.
Do you think being on the land is also kind of a healing process? Just coming out and
Oh my
camping?
goodness. There are
It's a beautiful
so many people, aesthetically, the more amount of beauty that we can give. Like someone that is sitting in our hot springs pool can overlook the entire Sangre de Cristo mountain range, all of the dunes, At night, I'm sorry, but there's just something extremely healing about watching those mountains turn red because the sun is setting on the opposite end of the valley. And it's breathtaking, it really puts your life into perspective, so to speak, so that you can appreciate, where you're at, what you're a part of, and, again, being in the hot water that naturally shoots out of the ground, and it just all kind of, gels into one amazing feeling, and I think that's why people come out. So.
Do you feel like that you guys are following up with your mom and dad's mission? Since your dad's an organic farmer, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I mean, they're the whole time that they've owned the pool, every year it was adding on, and what project can we do next? And they'd like to stay busy, making it a great place and investing money back into the business. And I think that's our goal, is just to continue to make it a great destination. And every year, people will ask. We close down for 10 days for maintenance every April, and there's usually a big project that we do, and people ask and look forward to, oh, what's this year's project? And so they know that when they come back, there's going to be something else that's going to...
I think his intent was always, and Miss Harmon's for that matter, was always to do something beneficial for the community, And, coming here, it's always been everyone's attitude here that we have a very good reputation. What we do here is important to the San Luis Valley and to the community, and we have to do it right. Like, it has to be right. We don't cut corners. We don't do anything, that would ever compromise, someone stepping foot on our property and not be able to say, this place is amazing. Like, we really make every decision that we make with that premise in mind, that, you don't know who's going to show up. You don't know, it can be a family of four, it can be a business person, it could be, someone coming here to, enjoy everything that Crestone has to offer, someone coming from the city that just needs a quiet escape. You don't know who you're catering to, so you got to cater to everybody all at the same time, and then make decisions that benefit not only, the facility, because it's all about the business. It's not about, us as a family or Mr. and Ms. Harmon. It's always been about, us as a business and our staff, enjoying where they work. And that's the one thing that I think they really instilled in us is, when you're coming to work, come to work with a purpose. Your purpose today is to make sure everything is clean and that we have enough forethought to start thinking about what we're going to add and what's going to be the most beneficial and the biggest impact for everybody that comes here. And that's, that's something that you don't teach somebody. That's something that you do that others follow. You know what I mean? So I don't know how else to describe it.
The wheels are always turning.
Yeah, and we're both blessed to come from great families. My mom and dad were entrepreneurs themselves, and we just don't know how to be still. We don't know how to. We don't. We always have something that we're thinking about what we're going to work on next. And I think that for everybody that comes and stops at that window to pay their admission, to come into our facility, it's only right that we operate that way. We should give them, the insight to how we operate, and them paying that admission says, not only am I paying for what I'm getting today, I'm also paying for what these guys are going to give me tomorrow, and that's pretty cool. So